Amani, a curious 10-year-old African girl with medium skin, brown eyes, and long black hair braided neatly down her back, stood in her backyard garden. She wore her favorite pink t-shirt, which was slightly dirty from playing outside all morning. The warm sun kissed her cheeks as she gazed at the small plot of earth her parents had given her to grow her very own plants. Amani's eyes sparkled with excitement as she held a packet of sunflower seeds in her small hands, eager to start her gardening adventure. "Mommy, can you help me plant these seeds?" Amani called out, her voice filled with enthusiasm. Her mother, a tall woman with similar features to Amani, came out of the house wearing a colorful apron. "Of course, sweetheart," she replied with a warm smile. "Let's start by preparing the soil." Together, they knelt down and began to dig small holes in the rich, dark earth. Amani giggled as she felt the cool dirt between her fingers. As they worked, Amani's mother explained each step of the planting process. "You see, Amani, every plant starts as a tiny seed," she said, holding up a small, black sunflower seed for her daughter to see. "When we plant it in the soil and give it water and sunlight, it begins to grow." Amani's eyes widened with wonder. "Really? How does it know what to do?" she asked, her voice filled with curiosity. Her mother chuckled and replied, "That's the magic of nature, my dear. Each seed contains everything it needs to become a beautiful plant." Over the next few weeks, Amani diligently cared for her little garden. She watered the soil every day, making sure it stayed moist but not too wet. She watched with growing excitement as tiny green shoots began to poke through the earth. "Look, Mommy!" she exclaimed one sunny morning, pointing at the small leaves unfurling in the sunlight. "They're growing?" Her mother nodded proudly. "Yes, they are. And soon, they'll be tall and strong, just like you." As the days passed, Amani's sunflowers grew taller and taller. She marveled at how quickly they changed, sprouting new leaves and getting stronger each day. One afternoon, while she was watering her plants, she noticed something new. "Mommy, come quick!" she called out excitedly. "There's a bud on my sunflower!" Her mother hurried over, and together they examined the small, green bud that had formed at the top of the tallest plant. "That's wonderful, Amani," her mother said, hugging her daughter. "Soon, it will open into a beautiful flower." Finally, after what seemed like ages to Amani, the day arrived when her first sunflower bloomed. She woke up early, eager to check on her garden, and gasped with delight when she saw the large, yellow petals unfurled in the morning light. "It's so beautiful!" she whispered, gently touching the soft petals. Her mother joined her, smiling at Amani's joy. "You've done a wonderful job, sweetheart," she said. "You've helped create something truly special." As Amani stood back and admired her sunflower, she felt a deep sense of pride and wonder. She had watched this plant grow from a tiny seed into a tall, magnificent flower. "Thank you, Mommy, for teaching me about plants," she said, hugging her mother tightly. "I love watching them grow and change." Her mother kissed the top of her head and replied, "And that, my dear Amani, is the miracle of life. Every living thing, from the smallest seed to the tallest tree, has a purpose and a beauty all its own." Amani nodded, her heart full of appreciation for the natural world around her, knowing she would always cherish the lessons she had learned in her little garden.